You know, one of the things I hear so often from the millions of people that I've coached into how to make money online is the fact that they want to work for themselves, they want to make their own money, and they don't want to have to listen to anyone. Which I got to tell you is an absolute 100% bold-faced lie. And I'm going to talk about that in just a few seconds, and we're also going to talk about what it takes to be an internet entrepreneur. Do you have what it takes to make money online? Because the answers might surprise you. And we're starting right now. At the beginning of this video, I talked to you about how people are lying to themselves about wanting to work for themselves and not having to listen to anyone. Because the thing about this internet business that I've learned after teaching people for many years, thousands, millions of people have come and watched my videos and have come to me for coaching on how to make money online. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to make money online, sit at home, do what they want, call the shots, answer their own clock or whatever the hell you call it, right? What is the deal here? Now, the fact of the matter that I've found from so many people, we got to get it straight here, because the number of people who want to make money online and the number of people who actually do what it takes is very, very wide of a gap, right? You have like less than 0.1% of the people who actually do what it takes. The rest just flounder around trying to start something, trying to do something. They start thing, and they never finish anything, and they never get the results they want because they don't have the skills. And we have to look at this objectively, because here you are, and you might be saying, Marcus, I want to run my own business and I want to call my own shots. I want to be the only one who tells me what to do. But the fact of the matter is you're coming on my channel, you're watching my videos because you want me to tell you what to do. You say, Marcus, how do I make money? Just tell me what to do. Isn't that counterintuitive to the whole thing of you want to call your own shots? And I get it's a little bit different. I get that the idea here is that you want me to show you the system. And there is a system, but the fact of the matter is I've been doing this for 17 years, and in my 17 years of doing it, no one has ever called me on the phone in the morning and said, Marcus, if you want to make money, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Never, not once, ain't gonna happen. You see, I wake up about 100 feet from my office over there in the house. I had this built in the backyard so I can get work done. And every morning when I wake up, I have to walk that 100 feet and I have to think about what I'm going to do. I have to think about what I want to do to make money, to make my business grow. Now, there's no set in stone philosophy, formula. Okay, there's some formulas you can look at, but nothing is set in stone for what you want to do. No one's going to be out there telling you exactly what you need to do every single day. If they were, congratulations, you work for someone, aka you have a job. So you got to get these things all lined up the right way, because yes, everyone wants money. You go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you see the guru with the cars and the fancy houses, and you covet them and you want them, and you say, I want that for my family. Why can't I just make $100 a day? He's got millions. I just want hundreds of dollars a day. But you never do what it takes to get there. Sure, you might have set up a blog, you might have tested one thing out, you might have gotten 9 visitors to your website, and you don't see a result. After 9 visitors, you're probably not going to see a result. But what is the fact of the matter? What's going on here? What really makes money? And we have to break it down. We have to look specifically at what it takes. And what it takes is so simple and so easy that no one really does it. Sure, there's lots of people who do it, that's why it works, but the people who are entrepreneurs, the people who want to get this business, those people coveting the Ferraris and coveting the things and wanting to work for themselves but not doing anything about it, those people don't want to do what it takes. So let me tell you what it takes. It takes a specific skill set, and that skill set has to do with the ability to get people to do things. That's it. Internet marketing is all broken down into influence. It's all about influence. Now you might be saying, well, Marcus, I'm not some Tony Robbins that can influence people. I'm not some guy that's got a message to share. I just want to make a few bucks. Fine, because you are paid in direct proportion to either 1, the amount of people you influence, or 2, the manner in which you influence them. Take, for example, simple little sites for affiliate marketing. If I get someone to my site and I say, I got some fancy new way to work out your abs, which I don't. As you can see, I only have one ab, and I'm very proud of my ab. But let's say I did, and I built this site about abs, and I say, here's my website about abs. Now, anyone can set up a blog. You can do it in about 45 minutes. If you don't think you can, check out the video in the description of this video, and I'll show you my video on how to set up a blog in 45 minutes. It's easy. Anyone can do that, right? Anyone. Now, it takes a special something to be able to influence people. I could go there and I can influence people to click on an ad. I can say, hey, check this out. The way that I word things, like years ago when I first started internet marketing, it was because of my magic business. I used to be a magician about 20 years ago, and I would do parties for schools, for local charity events. I do magic shows for birthday parties and things like that. And there I was like, okay, cool. I'm running an ad in the Magic magazine. I'm getting, maybe 9 people a month to book a show, and I go do the shows. I make my $1,000. I pay $100 for the ad. Yay. As a 17-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid, pretty cool, right? Hey, cool. I get to drive around, do magic, really fun. All right, but I bottomed out at like $1,000 a month from that one advertisement. And then I called this guy up in the local Magic magazine. Yes, us magicians have our own magazines, actually 2 or 3 of them. But at any rate, I called this guy up because he had an ad that said, hey, you're going to get more bookings, call me. So I called him. I'm like, hey, I want more bookings. He's like, I got this course. I said, I don't have money for a course, but if I did, I'd get it. He's like, okay, fine. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to change your words from Magic Balloons Comedy and Fun, call Marcus, to make your child's party unforgettable. Boom, 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 put your phone number like this. Okay, very simple. I changed the words. The ad cost the same, everything was the same, the magazine was the same, everything. Boom, instantly I went from 9 shows a month to about 30 or 40 shows a month, which the same $100 ad is now producing $4,000 a month. Pretty cool. Now I got to tell you, we got to backtrack a little bit because well, Marcus, maybe I'll be a magician and make money. I could do $4,000 a month. Yay! All right, but you got to learn this stuff. You got to do what it takes to get there. You got to put the show together. You got to put your site together. You got to do this stuff. But at any rate, the influence, the point that I was trying to make, I like to talk a lot, but the point I was trying to make is the point that words on paper was the difference between $1,000 and $4,000. Words. How much was it worth to me to hear that advice of changing the ad to what he said to change it to because he knew it would work? Well, it was worth probably around $40,000 a year to me. 40 grand a year to change some words. Well, Marcus, changing words is easy. Anyone can do that. Yes, they can, but what is the right words? Now that, my friends, is an example of influence. My ad was only influencing 9 people out of that magazine. His ad influenced 40 people out of the magazine to call, which made a huge difference. Change of words on paper. Now back then I had to get together a magic show. I got to get my magic table. I had to drive all around town. I had to deal with people. I had to deal with cancellations. I had to put together a show. I had to know what to do. Now in internet marketing, it's a lot easier. And this is where I learned internet marketing. You see, I started because we all start, we don't know what to do. Right, I started and there was a course called the Warrior Internet Marketing Course before it became a forum, and I'm not a big fan of the forum, but at any rate, I bought this course because they influenced me to buy it. The sales letter was good. It was $67, which might as well have been $5,000 back then to me. And I bought this course, and the course was like, here's 1,000,000 ways to make money online. And you know what? They probably would have all worked. And what I found is that there was some reports in the course that had resale rights. And I got that and I was like, okay, what if I take this thing I learned from the Magic ad, which is how to write ads, which is a big skill, which if you don't have that skill, you need to learn that skill if you want to make money online, all right? Very important. It's not the blog building, it's not the setup that makes the money, it's knowing what to say. Influence, very important. So we got that there and we got this ad. And that was influence. And I bought those reports, and those reports had resale rights, which meant I could sell them and keep all the money. And I was like, hey, check it out. I got a ClickBank account. Yes, I have one of the oldest ClickBank accounts from 1999. And I started out, I'm like, cool, I'll take some payments. And I realized that, hey, if I set this up the right way and get the traffic to it, I can make some money. And I did. I made $21 in one day. 21 bucks, Marcus, that's stupid. That ain't gonna pay for my internet service or your cigar, right? I think this one was like 30 bucks, something like that. But I got it from Little Havana in Miami, so it's a good one, right? Or so they said. I might have got ripped off. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But at any rate, I digress. The idea here is that I sold something via influence, via words. Very, very important. If you can influence people with your words, not audible, you could type it out, then you can make money online. So people ask me all the time, Marcus, I want to make money online. I want to do this. What are the skills I need to learn? Do I need to learn websites? Do I need to learn this? Do I need to learn that? Well, you need to learn to make your words have an impact. All right, if you're doing video marketing, make your words have an impact. Make someone feel something. Right? Everyone wants a feeling. You look at Facebook, all right? If you're on Facebook and you got a bunch of friends and you post something and people respond, congratulations, you've passed the test. You have influenced people to react. Very important. And people don't get it. People don't get social media, they don't get internet marketing, they don't get search engine marketing because they're not paying attention. So you're either going to pay attention or you're going to pay money or something like that. I don't know. You're either going to pay attention or you're not going to make anything, because there's people that use the internet and they use it as a consumer and they say, oh wow, that post was funny, that little koala bear fell down and his daddy caught him and wonderful. All right, and that's what they look at, and they click the little like button. And what I look at is what's going on behind the scenes. Right? What's going on behind the scenes? What's going on behind the scenes is there's a bunch of freaking bored people and they're looking at the Facebook. And you do this, right? I went to a baseball game the other day and all these people are on their phones and they're swiping Facebook faster than you can even possibly humanly see it. Right? Boom, 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 picture, 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 text, text, this. And what's happening in their mind in a split second? They're deciding what's going to influence them. What are they going to like? What are they going to click? What are they going to respond to? What are they going to go visit the site of? Same thing with YouTube. Same thing with search engines. Now, search engine marketing, which is one of my favorite ways to market, is a little bit different because you actively have people searching for something. On Facebook, they're just checking stuff out. On Google, they're typing in, how do I get rid of this mole, or how do I make my grass grow, or how do I find a good cigar, or whatever. They're actually searching for stuff, so influence is a lot easier. Influence is a lot easier if you know who you're talking to. Right? So many people put ads on Facebook and they put all this stuff out there and they have no freaking clue who they're talking to. They don't even have a plan. They're just like, I set up a website and I put a Facebook thing and I said, anyone who's interested in cow manure, come on over and click old Dan's cow shit site. And they look at it and it's like, what is the point? Right? If you're going to look at that, you need to go into a farmer group and you need to talk to farmers. You need to find people on Google who are looking for that stuff, and it's probably quite a bit of people. And this went out. So we got to look at that and we got to say that's a lot of people looking up things, and we got to have influence, because it all comes down to influence. And if you like this talk, subscribe to my channel, put some comments in the box below, and let me know how this has affected you. Maybe if there's a quote that you like that I said, put it in the box below. Let's hear from you. We want to hear from you directly, because I want to impact you in a way that you can be set apart from the millions of people who want to make money online but aren't doing a damn thing about it. Because there's so many ways you could go, and as your own boss, you have to pick it out. You have to do it. I got to wake up. I got to come down these 100 feet steps. I don't know what they're called. It's grass, but it goes down. Hill. There we go. That's the word. I got to come down this hill and I got to decide what to do. I got to decide, what am I going to email? What kind of video am I going to make? How am I going to get influence? How am I going to get the best bang for my buck and do what I need to do? If you're a YouTube publisher, you got to decide this stuff, and you got to decide it strategically. Right? I just did a comparison between a YouTube channel I started about 9 months ago and a YouTube channel a friend of mine started about 9 months ago in the exact same niche. Exact same niche. We both started creating videos. He's got about 20 videos. I got about 43 videos, I think, last I checked. Now, my channel has almost 100,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. Could be doing better, but that's pretty good in the niche I'm in, because it's like $70 a click, and the affiliate companies pay like $700 for a lead. But at any rate, I have that channel. His channel is struggling. I don't even think he has 1,000 views yet. And he has like 4 subscribers, and one of them is me and another one's him. So what's the difference? The difference is in knowing what you need to do every day, having a strategy, having a plan to get the right person, influence them in the right way to take them to what's going to make you money or what's going to help them, which hopefully it's going to be the same thing because that's how it works. But you got to look at this. It's all about influence, and you got to realize how our society is. Our society, the internet society, wants things fast. We buy titles of books. We don't buy pages. We buy titles. That's why you could have doctors who write a book on weight loss and exercise. And it's at the bottom of the last page of the Amazon results. And this is actually a real example. It's at the bottom of the page for the Amazon results because it's called like Weight Loss Bible or some stupid stuff like that. And no one gives a rip. Then you have two girls who are like skinny and they call their book Skinny Bitch, and it gets to the top of Amazon overnight. Again, remember how I said the difference in my magic ad was words on paper? That's it. That's the only difference. What's the difference between the two books? Other than the fact that the big book that is getting no sales is much better written with much better content. Other than that, people are buying titles, and the title is what influences them. Very, very important. And we have to look at this strategically. We have to say, number one, what am I going to do today that's going to add to my income every day? Because if I could do something today, like today, I'm recording this video for you. I hope you guys like it. If you like this like shoot from the cuff kind of video deal, let me know by putting something in the comments below and tell me about it, because that's what makes me do more videos. Why? Because I pay attention to what you want, because you tell me what you want to watch. That's another big secret. The internet has all the secrets. It has them all. You want to know what people search for? Go to the Google AdWords planner. You want to know what's going on Facebook? Look at what's getting looked at a lot. You want to know what works on YouTube? Look at who's getting a lot of views and a lot of interaction and a lot of subscribers. It's not rocket scientists. You just rocket scientists, right? I'm clearly not one of those. But you got to look at it objectively, because the internet tells you what you need to do. It's like a step-by-step plan, and if you get a course like the Simple Sites course or one of my projects or the High Ticket Niche, we're going to show you what to do, and then you go and you type the little things and you start to influence people and you ask questions, but you got to get started somewhere. It's not about your website. It's not about your design. It's not about your web hosting company. It's not about what autoresponder you use. It's not about whether you're going to make it blue or green or what shopping. That shit doesn't matter. What matters is, can you influence people? And if I lost everything, as I've done many times, I've been broke more times than I'd like to admit, mostly because I like to spend money. It's never a problem of making money. That part I've been pretty good at. But we got to look at it. We got to say, if I was broke tomorrow, what would I do? What would I do if the role was reversed and I was in your shoes? And you say, Marcus, well, back when you started in the year 2000, it was so much easier. There was no competition. Yeah, you're right, but there was also not that many people online. And there was also like no secrets. There wasn't guys like me showing you what you need to do. There wasn't courses. Like, I got reports, $67. Here's your reports, buddy. Go figure out what to do. And that was it. Now you have everything. I mean, you could go on Facebook and get traffic now. I used to have to wait 6 months for my sites to get indexed, and when they got indexed, you're like, oh shoot, I'm on page 27, this sucks. Wait another 6 months and maybe you'll be on page 26 and you're still not making any money. It's easier now. You could put up a video, you could be on Google in less than a minute. Less than a minute, you're on Google. There you are getting traffic. Right? Like last week, if you had made a bunch of videos about the solar eclipse and solar glasses, you probably would have sold a ton of them. There was hundreds of millions of glasses sold. I couldn't even get them. Luckily, well, not luckily, but we didn't see it that good here anyway, but we got like a little thing we set up that worked. But at any rate, millions of dollars was made. Where were you? Were you paying attention? Were you paying attention? Because so few people pay attention. That's your number one skill. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what is happening. You go on Facebook and you look at what little Timmy's doing, you're forgetting how big Zuckerberg's making all the money. How's he doing it? He's doing it by ads. How are the people able to afford ads? Because they're making money. How are they making money? Because they're influencing people to click. How are they making money? By getting people to click on their website, because they're influencing them to click on something that makes them money, whether it's an affiliate offer, whether it's AdSense, whether it's opting in, right? This stuff isn't hard, but no one wants to do it. Sometimes I wonder if you're afraid of success. Sometimes I wonder if you're afraid of making it work. For me, I'm not afraid. You just go do it, right? No one gives a rip. Somehow in our culture, we have been blinded to believe that people give a shit about what we're doing. No one freaking cares. I thought when I went into rehab in 2014 that my business was over. It's like, I'm going to be gone. People are going to think I'm a loser. People are going to think I suck. I can't even quit drinking. What good could I be to the rest of the world? I thought it was over. No one cared. I mean, actually, we got like 6 pages of comments on my blog. It's all good stuff. People were like, hey, bro, I'm rooting for you. I thought they were going to hate me. I thought no one cared. You set up a site, it doesn't work. No one's going to care. And if you're worried about them caring, don't freaking tell them what you're doing. I hardly tell people. My family still doesn't know what I do. And you got to look at this objectively. And you got to say, well, what am I willing to do? And what's going to put the green in your pocket? Because if the money is the goal, and so many people have hang-ups about money. Like, there are so many superstitions and myths and bull crap, junk, stupid ideas about money that it's not even funny. Like, oh, money's the root of all evil. Money's just a stupid piece of paper. It's like a ruler. It's a measurement of what the community owes you and what you owe the community, right? Are you huge in debt? You got a bunch of debt? That means you owe the community a lot. Do you have a bunch of money? That means you gave to the community a lot. That's how it works. It's direct proportion. It's not some weird thing. You got books about The Secret and the secret to success and, the cosmic universe wants you to get rich. Yeah, well, tell that to the people that are starving in other countries, right? You think the cosmic universe wants you to have more when they can't even eat? Make your money so you could help them. Figure out things to do. But at any rate, I digress from that. The universe doesn't care about your money. Doesn't care, right? Personally, for me, I don't think God cares about my money. It looks at it, it's like, why would he care? I got everything I need. Other people don't, right? So who am I to say that he wants me to have this and hallelujah, pray for money, right? Go work for your money. That's plain and simple. God gave you skills. He put you in a country where you can do what you want. Go do it. All right, stop sitting on your butt and waiting for someone to come along and be like, here's the golden ticket. Here it is, right? So many people come to me and say, Marcus, I'll give you $10,000 if you give me a site that makes $5,000 a month. I said, of course you would. Anyone would. I can't think of anyone on the street. You're not special. If you're going to give me $10,000 for 60 grand a year, and obviously they want me to guarantee it, which I don't do that, so don't even bother. But this is the way people think. It's this mentality of stupidity, and it's this mentality, and it's not your fault. You've been taught this way by a culture that makes it look really weird, so it makes it hard so that people can't attain it. But it's not that hard, and you can attain it. There's people every single day that attain it, and it all has to do with being able to influence people to do stuff. So my question to you is, are you going to learn the skill of influence? Are you going to learn what it takes, what you got to do every day? Right? What do I do every day as an internet marketer? What do I do that makes me money? What would I do tomorrow if everything was gone? I'd do the same thing I'm doing right now because it works. It works. It doesn't cost a lot. It doesn't take a lot. You just got to do it. You could start for free if you want. Right? Somebody will be like, Marcus, you charge for your program, you should give it away free. Well, I give away a lot of videos free, and you could go make money with them if you want. But if you want my personal help, yes, you got to pay for it. That's how business works. I mean, come on. Got to do that. Did I just put ashes on my feet? I don't know. Something. But it did go out again. Must mean that I'm talking too much. But I got a lighter around here somewhere. There we go. All right. So hopefully you like my... What is it, about 80 degrees in here with the air conditioner on. I tried to record this outside, but it started raining and I didn't want to sit in the rain. Puts the cigar out more than it goes out here. But at any rate, we got to look at this. We got to look at it objectively. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to get your money? You say, Marcus, I want to make $100,000 a year. Great. That's $274 a day. What are you going to do to get your $274 a day? Right? You can sell web hosting. So web hosting, affiliate programs for that. I make about $5,000 a month off web hosting. I could do a whole lot more. I probably will start doing more this year. But $5,000 a month ain't bad. That's 60 grand. It's a side business, right? What are you going to do to get your $274 a day? You get $80 commission for web hosting. You sell 3 of them, right? 3 people to get web hosting. That's not that hard to do, right? Or you could do toolbars, right? You get the people to do toolbars. Very simple. Again, it's all about influence. Get traffic. by influencing them to click on your ad, get them to your site, influence them to click on the other thing, and boom, you're done. How you can do it? Well, Marcus, what about a mailing list? Same thing. You influence them to be on your mailing list, then you email them and you influence them to click on the thing you just emailed them. Pretty simple. Now, on my mailing list, it's pretty cool because I could build a mailing list and I get all these people. And now I could, at the drop of a hat, I could email about 100,000 people right now. Boom, 100,000 people, I could email them. They're all waiting for my message. Well, a small percentage is. We get like 7 to 8% open rate, which is still pretty good, right? 8% of the people, it's an older list. They open the email, they click on the email, I get a bunch of people to my site, they watch my thing, like yesterday. Yesterday, I'm sitting there, and we had an automated webinar, and I wasn't even planning for it. It had like 30 people on it, something like that, or 50 people. And I got 50 people to the webinar, and if I was to calculate it, we made a decent amount of money. We got like 5 sales or something like that from the webinar. I didn't even do the webinar, someone else did it. Pretty cool. It was recorded. It's boom, there you go, done deal. Right, I got YouTube videos. I got a YouTube video I put out. It influences people to buy every single day. Every single day I wake up, I get sales in my merchant account. Boom, just drops in the bank every day. Every morning I wake up, how much do we make today? Pretty cool. Right? How does that work? Because I got up and I focused on what matters. I paid attention. You gotta pay attention. Right? So there's people, they complain all, Marcus, I bought your product and you sent me to a webinar and it sells other stuff, and they get mad. They get mad at a marketer for marketing. They get mad at a marketer for marketing. Again, if you pay attention, I'm not saying you got to buy everything in every single webinar, right? But we only give you good stuff, so it's a good idea. But you got to look at it objectively. Are you a marketer? Are you going to do this stuff for a living? Because if you are, you got to take your head out of the bottom region and you got to pay attention to what's going on. Because right now, there's millions and millions and millions of dollars floating around. It's being spent. It's being sold. Advertisers are paying it. Google's getting some of it. Twitter's getting some of it. Facebook. Advertisers. I'm getting some of it. Every minute my website makes money. Every single minute. All day, every day. If your website made $1 a minute all day, every day, you'd be making $1,400 a day. It's about $500,000 a year. Could you live on that? Just $1 a minute. That's it. That's all you got to do. You get, 100 visitors a day, 1 sale. If it makes $1,500, boom, there you go. 300 visitors a day, maybe you make 8 sales. There you go. Maybe there'll be $200 a sale, something like that. Right? And you make $1,800, you got 200 left to buy traffic. It's all very, very simple. But simple isn't easy, right? Like I went out there, I tried stuff. Now this is the deal, right? You got to look at it. You're right. 19-year-old kid, $170 to a 19-year-old kid, unless you're like, Ivy League debutante or Justin Bieber or something. It's a lot, right? To me, it was like pay the rent or whatever. And a lot of people don't know this, but I moved out on my own when I was about 16, and we lived on our own, so I had to figure things out. I had to learn things. I didn't know how to cook. I remember the first night I thought, why is the fried chicken red in the middle? Right? And I didn't have all the internet stuff you guys have back then. And I was like, okay, well, I called my dad. Hey, the chicken's red. He's like, okay, I'm going to come over. And he came over with the fried chicken. He's like, here you go, man. You got to cook it this way, whatever. Right? But the fact of the matter is I was a kid. I didn't have a lot of money. $170 for this Magic ad in the Magic magazine was a lot of money. But I took a risk. Right? How many of you guys now, you're like, okay, well, $300 isn't even that much. Take a risk. Right? You want the good things in life. You want a good life. You got to take a risk for it. So, Marcus, well, if I lose that $300, who cares? Right? I'm sure you spent $300 on a lot more stupid stuff. But there I was, and I was like, okay, I could buy more magic tricks. I could pay rent. I could fix my car, or I could buy an ad. And I chose to buy an ad, and it paid off. I made $1,000 off it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm up 900 now. Good. Right? And I learned the words on paper make all the difference, the influence to get people to call. And I did that, and now I'm up 3,000, right? Or 3,800 or something like that. $3,800 a month from one ad. Pretty cool. Right? You look at that. Then I remember years ago, I started internet marketing. And I learned again, this is a quote by the late Gary Halbert, which if you haven't read his stuff, read his stuff. It's good. Maybe I'll put some links in the comments If you guys ask me enough, tell me to put the links in the comments, because I forget things, I don't remember. That's why I have to have like 15 personal assistants. But at any rate, right, you got to remember these things, because Gary Halbert was great, and he used to tell us how the words work. Right? If you could write a letter and get a response, done deal. Done deal. And if you had a cigar that stayed lit, that'd be even better. But at any rate, I digress. Again, do you have what it takes to make this business work? Are you willing to take a risk? Right? What's your risk threshold? You say, Marcus, I'd risk it. Now, so many people come to me, they say, Marcus, I want to buy one of your high-ticket niches. And our high-ticket niches is the best program you could get, because what we do is I actually go personally. I find a niche market that I know you could get traffic in very inexpensive, based on the value of the niche. So like if we're in the addiction niche that's $70 a click, I would find traffic like right now. I'm buying thousands of visitors a month for 30 cents each. And the advertisers are paying $70, so you do the math. But these are the kind of niches we give you in the High Ticket Niches program. And we give you the niche, we give you the domain, we set up the site, we get you all the tech stuff so that you could go and market it. Right? And people come to me and say, Marcus, your high-ticket niches is $1,000. You know, what is it guaranteed? Is it guaranteed? How much am I going to make? Well, I don't know. I don't know what niche you're going to get. Nothing in life is guaranteed. But I'll tell you what, these are the same types of niches I've been making a living in for 17 years. Right? 17 years. You look at this, you see some guy who's made money for like the last 9 months, and you buy his product or whatever. That's all fine and good. You're going to learn something. Probably, right? Even if you buy it and it's a total waste of money, study what he did to get you to buy. That'll be worth more than the product anyway, right? Again, are you paying attention? Pay attention, because if you don't, you're going to be left out in the woods. But we got this, and we're like, okay, check this out. We got these high-ticket niches, and people want to guarantee, oh, if I spend $1,000, is it going to make me $1,000 a month? Yeah. I'm going to take your $1,000 bucks. We're going to build you a site, and you're going to make $1,000 a month. That doesn't happen anywhere. Right? Nowhere. Like, go to the bank right now and say, I'm going to give you $1,000 bucks, and I want you to give me that $1,000 back right now, and then I want you to come to my house next month and give me another $1,000, and then next month, and then next month, and then next month. They're not going to do it. You're probably going to get a penny when you're like 87 years old. I think the rates of return on those accounts is so low right now, it's not even funny. But you got to take a risk. You got to say, Marcus, I'm willing to actually do it and try it. And I guarantee you probably spent money on a lot more stupid things. This is what gets me. People look at money and they look at it in the weirdest ways. Like, they're totally cool going out to eat every day or buying a Starbucks every day or whatever, right? Or whatever it is. Name your vice. Cigars for me, right? Although I don't spend that much. And they go out all the time, so they last a long time for me. But at any rate, right, we look at this, we all have our vice, and there's no problem with that. It's like I go out to eat. I mean, I'm out, and I got to eat, and, you know, whatever. But it adds up. It adds up, right? I remember when I used to be a preacher, and we were broke. All of us were broke preacher guys, except one of them. He made money. But anyway, we were broke, and he would get like 3 fancy coffees every single day. And I'm like, dude, you realize, like, you're spending like 600 bucks a month on coffee? He didn't even realize it. And these are the same people who look at internet training programs, and they look at like the high ticket, oh, I'm not going to spend on that. That's crazy, you know. But you're spending like umpteen $1 million for your cable TV service so you could fill your brain with junk that doesn't need to be there in the first place. And you can watch TV online anyway, you know. I mean, come on, it's all out there. But at any rate, we look at this. And we got to pick our battles, and we got to be objective, and we have to look at what we can do to influence people. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? How are you going to find a niche? You look at your niche, you say, here's these people. Years ago, I was part of a network marketing company, and we went into, what was it, dental stuff. It was dental insurance. And I went out, and everyone was marketing it on their dental insurance, and dental insurance cost $10 a click, and the company paid us $100 a sale, so obviously that's not going to work. Right? If you're on this video and you can't figure out that $10 a click and $100 a sale does not add up, then you need to watch my other videos and do some math and get a calculator and figure this stuff out, because it's not going to work. Right? We need like 30-cent clicks or dollar clicks to make it work, unless we're super salesmen, which we can do. We can make it work, but not at $10 a click. At any rate, everyone's paying $10 a click. Here I am. I find this word. I find out that people on Google search for cost of braces. Cost of braces. And it's non-competitive. I buy the site Cost of Braces, and I think it was .org or .com or something, and I bought this site, and boom, we're at the top of Google overnight. I'm getting 300 visitors a day. We're making so many sales that the big wigs of the company call me up, and they're like, you're making too many online sales, so we're going to cut it back so you can only have 10. AKA, we're going to screw you out of like $5,000 a month because we're a bunch of not nice people. And so there I was like, I got too many sales for the company because this stuff works. And I went for that and I said, how do I influence people? Well, it's really easy. They're looking up Cost of Braces. They don't want to fork out $7,000 for braces. So I said, get this dental insurance. It's $150 or whatever, and it covers half of it. Boom. I just gave you $3,500 in knowledge, and you give me $100 so you could get it. Makes sense. Makes sense. That's why it works. That's how it's easy to influence people. It's easy to influence people when you know the most about them. If I was able to sit there, it's like those televangelists, which I can't stand. Right, you have those televangelists, and they have people in the crowd with little earphones on, and they listen to people, right? Like I remember when I was a kid years ago, my step-parent used to take me to this church, and there was this guy, crazy guy, spouted out like a million different prophecies. One of them came true, and everyone was like, woo, oh my God, it's a prophet. And it's like, well, yeah, if you say 1,000 things, something's going to come true. But at any rate, he had people listening in the audience, and he had people that he talked to about certain people. And he came up, and he grabbed me out of the audience, and I was terrified. And he brought me on stage, and he was like, hey, check this out. You know, you're going to be a scientist. And at the time, he knew that I was interested in science because of whatever he heard, right? And to me, I was like, oh my God, the Lord is speaking to me right now. Hallelujah. Why? Because the dude knew a bunch about me. The same thing happens online, only the difference is people tell you. You don't have to be shady, weird prophet guy. You can be like objective, I want to help people. Right? There's this thing, Google's looking into artificial intelligence, Facebook's looking into it to predict what people want. Go back to 2014 when I was going through my problem with drinking. Okay, up until that time, I had been struggling with drinking for many years. It was a big struggle, and I actually did a video on this where I showed my search history leading up to that. And so there I was, and I was searching for things, and I would start by searching things like, how many drinks is too many? I don't like getting drunk. Why can't I stop drinking? How to cut back drinking? Can I moderate drinking? How to not drink in the mornings? And I would search these things in Google. Now, to a marketer, right, to me now, I can help these people, right? I could go back to the beginning and say, wow, if he's searching for how many drinks is too many, maybe, just maybe, I could predict the outcome of what he's going to have and intervene and say, boom, hey, get this help. This is what I went through, right? The more you know about your visitor, the better. The more you know about your crowd on Facebook, the more you know about your viewers on YouTube, the more you know about your searchers on Google. This is where it all comes into play. It's all influence and it's all getting, and I don't care what you sell. I don't care what you sell. It doesn't matter. What it matters is how you influence them, how you use the words on paper. Now, in the Simple Sites course and in our High Ticket Niches program, we talk about this. We talk about the ways that you say things, who you're talking to, the message, right? It's really very important. Like, you look at presidential candidates, they get elected based on a phrase. Like, let's break it down. No one really knows what their plans are, except for Bernie Sanders, who actually came out and said it and had a good plan, by the way. But at any rate, they're based on slogans. Yes, we can. Make America great. The change, or whatever. Right? They base it on these slogans because they know that the slogan resonates. And they also know that people think in their own mind. Wow, what a brilliant thing. Write that down, someone. Right? People think in their own mind. You're going to take what I say to mean what you want it to say. Plain and simple. I said a bunch of words on this video. We're going on 40 minutes on this video, and you're still here. Congratulations, you might have what it takes after all. But at any rate, there we are, and we look at these, and you're gonna interpret what I say how you want. And your job is to make it to where they interpret it in a good way. Magic, balloons, comedy, and fun. Okay, I can interpret that. He's got magic, he's got balloons, and he's funny and fun. Yay. Or make your child's party unforgettable. What are you gonna buy? Who are you gonna call? Right, I want my child's party to be unforgettable. Boom, there you go. Six-pack abs, 9 ways to lose weight fast even if you don't like working out. Or, this one trick helped me get a six-pack ab in 3 weeks, the girl of my dreams, and without exercising every day. What are you gonna click? Right? You got someone looking up cost of braces. $7,000, what? Question mark, question mark, question mark. You gonna click on that, or you're gonna click on Bob's Braces or Tom's what do you call those people? Dentistry, right? There you go. Tom's Dentistry. What are you gonna click on? Right? Then they come to your site, $7,000 for braces. Yeah, I was shocked when I first figured it out. My daughter was gonna need braces, and they wanted me to shell out $7,000 in cash. They wouldn't even do a payment plan. They wouldn't do anything. Then I found this company. This company you can actually sign up for. It was $100, and they negotiate with the dentistry so that I get a deal. Boom, done. You're sold. Very simple. Right? There's a formula. There's formulas for everything, and it works every single time. Why? Because people don't change. Their ideas might change, their stuff might change, but people don't change. The same people on the internet are the same people years ago. Right? They used to gossip around the water cooler. Now they gossip on the Facebook. It's the same gossip. It's the same people. They just have a bigger outlet. Right? You look at it, and I look at social media all the time, and it's actually kind of depressing because there's a lot of junk out there. There's also some good stuff out there. But all in all, people don't change. You're just aware of it. And now, are you going to be aware of it in a way where you're not paying attention, or are you going to pay attention, and who are you going to influence? Right? You don't have to get up on a pulpit and influence people to, do whatever. You just got to influence one person. Maybe it's to download something. Maybe it's to click on something. Maybe it's to try out a recipe. Right? Have you ever recommended a movie to a friend and the friend went to the movie? Congratulations, you made a sale, only you weren't smart enough to call the movie people ahead of time and say, you want these people to watch the movie? Well, then you need to do this. You look at those Ebert people that used to review movies. Right? How many people do you think they sent to the movie theater? Millions? Same thing with YouTube. You got people, they influence people, they send them places. People take action based on words on paper and based on videos they see. Right? People are easily influenced. It's not hard to do. Very influenced. That's why so many people fall for things. That's why so many people buy things. That's why so many people do things that are good or bad or whatever. Right? So what are you going to do? Are you going to influence, or are you going to be influenced? Okay, now chances are you're going to be both. We're always influenced in some way or another. But the fact of the matter is you can pay attention and take the bull by the horns and make the money you want to make by simply paying attention, listening, and providing the vehicle to help people better their life in one simple way. Whether it's being able to cook a good fish dinner, or whether it's, going to rehab, or whether it's buying a house or saving money or whatever. And remember, you're not the same as everyone else. So many people come to me and say, Marcus, I don't think that niche would work. I would never spend $600,000 on a boat, right? Well, some people would spend $600,000 on a boat. I know, because I just went to Miami, and there was $20 million boats and lots of $600,000 boats, and I'm actually looking for a boat right now. And lots of people would do it just because you wouldn't, because you live in middle America where you can't have a boat or whatever, or you just don't like boats, or you're afraid of sharks or whatnot. Just because you wouldn't do it doesn't mean other people wouldn't. Right? There's a culture of people that you can influence. There's people that they grind all day long selling cheap cars, and they make enough to live on, and that's it. And then there's a guy who sells 4 Ferraris a month, and he lives very nicely. Right? And the guy to buy the Ferrari's easier. He doesn't nickel and dime about payments. He doesn't care. He's just I want the red one, and I want this, and deliver it to me custom and whatever. Simple. Right? So you got to pick your battles. You got to do what you want to do. And you got to realize that money's out there. There's actually a guy on YouTube right now who smokes cigars. He just sits here and he's like, it's an oaky taste. Nice creamy finish. That's what he does all day. He doesn't have that accent. I just made that up. But he does that all day. And he reviews cigars online. He's got 70,000 subscribers. People buy cigars based on his recommendation. I hope he's an affiliate. I hope he's making money off it, because he's influenced people by showing them what to do. It's so easy. Now check this out. You might be saying, well, Marcus, I don't want to smoke cigars on the YouTube. Well, you don't have to. Do you know that right now people are influenced on Pinterest? Right, you got a picture on Pinterest, and they're influenced. They say, I want that backyard. That's what I want. I want that waterfall on my pool. Oh, cool, look at that. That guy made a table out of a door or whatever, right? You see this stuff on Pinterest all the time. Or that guy's got six-pack abs, or this guy's got that. Or here's this infographic about belly fat or whatever. Or here's how to build something, right? There's a guy on Pinterest who's got all these plans about how to build things, and he's an affiliate. He's not even the owner of the product. He just took pictures of all the stuff you could build. He took the book, took all the pictures out, figured out what you could build. Boom, here it is. You want to learn to build it? Go to my ClickBank link, buy the thing, boom, done. Influence. Influence by picture. That's it. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Make it a picture someone wants, right? You want your picture to work? Make it something people want. Do the research, pay attention, look at what's going on. It's not rocket science. Can you make money tomorrow? You sure as hell could. Get the right damn picture and the right offer, and boom, you're off to the races. Build a YouTube video, get some traffic, do whatever. There's lots of ways to make this work, but you gotta pay attention and you gotta do it right. And that's the name of the game. Guys, pay attention. You wanna make money online? Write the number down, say what you wanna make. And realize that no one gives a rip. No one cares what you want to make. No one cares. Now that could either be the most depressing thing in the world or the most liberating thing. You could say, oh, no one cares what I want to make. I'm never going to get it. I'm just a loser. Or you could say, no one freaking cares. I could do whatever the hell I want. I could make 10 times that if I want. Right? You are in charge. You decide. So let go of all the junk and all the things in your mind that say you can't, or I need help, or why won't someone give me a break? That's what years ago, when I was like 18, or no, when I was 20, I met my girlfriend and I was doing the magic and we were broke. I was dabbling in internet marketing. I made enough to pay the bills. And I thought to myself, why can't someone just give us a break, right? We had cars broken and they had to fix them and we were late on payments. And I was like, why can't someone give me a break? No one cares. Why can't someone? That guy's got money. Why can't he give me a break? And I always thought, who's going to give me a break? Who's going to help little old me? And back then, if you had told me, you know what, no one gives a shit what you want out of life. No one cares what you're going to do or what you're going to think. No one cares. I probably would have gotten more depressed than I was. But now I look at it as liberating. I'm like, no one cares. It's not up to someone else. I don't have to wait for a phone call for me to get rich. I don't need to wait for a phone call for me to do stuff. I don't need to wait for the green light. Of course, check everything out. Make sure you're doing stuff on the up and up and legal, right? But I don't have to wait for someone else to approve what I'm going to do. That's what the beauty of it is. I'd send an email. Boom, here we go. Let's make some money. Right, let's make it. I remember one time I needed some money and I was like, okay, well, let's try this thing out. I did a webinar. We made $70,000. There's only 100 people on the webinar. 70 grand. Like, that's like what? I don't know. That's a lot of money per person. That's like $700 a person. Right? And we look at it and it's, how did that work? It worked because I knew who I was talking to. And I went out there and I took a risk and I did it. I said, people could laugh at me and I could make nothing. And believe me, I've had webinars that have fallen flat on their face. I've had websites that have made nothing. But I've never really lost a bunch of money because this stuff doesn't cost a lot to test. It doesn't cost a lot to try. You just got to get out there and have the cojones to do it. You got to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. And wherever the chips fall, that's where I'm going to be. So I hope you like this video. It was a little long, but you know, I hope you like it and I hope you get a lot of good value out of it. And I want you to take away the main things. Pay attention. Take a risk. Learn influence and try something. Try something deliberate. Follow me here at the Affiliate Marketing MC YouTube or affiliatemarketingdude.com and subscribe. Get all the stuff. We're going to teach you how to do this step by step. But I hope you enjoyed this little pep talk. Hope you enjoyed just being real with me here. And if you like it, put your comments below. I want a bunch of comments. Tell me if you liked it. And we're going to help you make money online by paying attention to what's going on and listening. Thanks again for watching. I'm Marcus, and I'll see you in the next video.